Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Oh, 2 cartons from the record cartons. Haribol. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Kirtani Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Kirtani Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Kirtani Jaya Radha Jai Hari Gopi Janabala Giri Parjari Jai Gopi Janabala Giri Parjari Gopi Janabala Giri Parjari Jaya Gopi Janabala Giridhari Yashodanandana Krishna Janaranjana Yashodanandana Krishna Janaranjana Yashodanandana Krishna Janaranjana Yashodanandana Krishna Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Yamunatira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Jai Gora Hari Bol Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada 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 Jai Jai Prabhupada Oh Manande Hari Bol
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskrityam
Narayanam Namaskrityam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Sarasatim Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayam Dirayat
Tato Jayam Dirayet
Nastaprayeshu Bhavadreshu
Nastapayeshu Bhaveshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Nityam Bhagavata Sevayam
Bhagavati
Bhagavati Shloke
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki
Bhakti Bhavati Naishtiki.
We're studying Srimad Bhagavatam and we're on canto number 6. And today we're going to go on to chapter number 10. But before we go on to chapter number 10, let us briefly review what happened in chapter number 9. Who would like to begin? What happened in chapter number 9? Anything, a particular point you remember?
Because his son Vishnuva was killed, Krishna was very angry. So he performed a sacrifice to get a son who will kill Indra. But he misspelled the mantra, and it was, the meaning is, it increased the enemy of Indra. And Dhritarashtra was born.
Increase the enemy of it.
Enemy of Indra. And Dhritarashtra was born and he started attacking the demigods.
Okay. And we had some more things, brother?
After that, all these demigods started praying for Lord Vishnu earlier, then Lord Krishna also. Lord Krishna.
Ah,
But Krishna will protect for sure. Both are same, but Krishna also,
why is it they started to pray for Krishna?
he will give protection to them, and basically he will kill the demons, because Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Prabhupada said that so he will kill the miscreants. So that's what they believe in. We trust in Krishna, so we pray to Krishna that he will protect them from the battle,
Yes.
attacks from the Rascal.
Well, Krishna is known to be able to fight enemies, fight the demons, and kill the demons. We don't hear so much about Lord Vishnu killing the demons, but Lord Krishna got that reputation. So, when the demigods were praying, in the beginning they were praying to Vishnu, and then they came, before they finished, they specifically mentioned Lord Krishna. And they wanted Lord Krishna to come and kill their enemy, who was Vritrasura, right?
Also tell one point that this Vishnu was not very happy with the prayers of the Lord demigod, because they didn't ask for the devotional service, they asked for the sense enjoyment.
Sorry, what?
Lord Vishnu was not happy with the prayers, because they didn't ask for the devotional service, but they asked for the like temporary benefits.
Yeah, the Lord Vishnu was not happy with the prayers.
Yeah, because they asked for the
Because
sense enjoyment, we can say like temporary happiness, like killing Vritrasura is not a bhakti, spot of bhakti, middle levels. So she said he was not happy.
They wanted the kingdom back, Maharaj.
they wanted the kingdom.
Back.
Yeah, that was the thing.
They didn't pray for pure devotion. They prayed to get back their kingdom, to get back their power over the enemy. Okay. And we heard also in the beginning about how Indra was Indra, but after he killed Vishwarup, right? After he killed Vishwarup, then what happened?
He took the suffering from Adi and Maharaj, later he distributed the suffering among
Then he distributed the suffering among
land, water, woman, trees.
trees. Okay.
Four.
He also repented that he just did a mistake because of what's the word?
Killing
Right. No.
He what?
Indra, he felt very bad after killing Vishwarup, that just because of sudden anger, he took this step and he shouldn't have done this.
He killed Vishwarup impulsively, right? Without really considering if it was proper or not. So he had to take the reaction for killing a Brahmana. And then he was able to give sinful reactions to these four things. And why was it he was able to divide the sinful reactions among them?
Because he gave them benedictions. Or he gave them benediction, that's why he said, now you have to take a share.
Previously he'd already given them benedictions. So now he was giving them his sinful reactions. You have to be careful when you take benedictions from someone. Later on it may come back to you. Alright? And then, so what happened to Lord Vishnu? What did Lord Vishnu tell the demigods?
He is not personally interested.
What about Russian Prabhu?
Yes.
Lord Vishnu, did he agree to kill the demons or
No, he told them that they show to the sage and ask him for the if he give his bonus of his body for making a weapon, then they may do what they want like that.
who?
This sage,
Great sage, the Dichi.
Medici Muni.
Yeah, the Dichi Muni. He told the demigods they should go to the Dichi Muni. Why? Why go to the Dichi Muni? What was his qualification?
Qualification of the Dichi Muni.
What was his qualification?
He was the one who gave Narayan Kavacha to Tvasta, and Tvasta gave to Vishwarup, and Vishwarup gave to Indra. So he is, because of that, he is powerful enough his body is powerful enough to give the weapon which can kill with sustenance.
Is it he powerful just because he gave the Narayana Kavacha? What his power was that he was rich in austerity. He was very rich in austerity and he was very detached from material pleasure. He was not thinking to enjoy the body. So the Lord told the demigods, you should go to Gadichi and request him to give the bones from his body. And then what are they supposed to do with the bones?
To make a weapon to fight with the
Who's going to make the weapon? The demigods will make the weapon? Who will make it for them? There's a person called Vishwakarma. Vishwakarma will take the bones and he can make this thunderbolt weapon. And Lord Vishnu also told them about Vritrasura, right? What did he tell them about Vritrasura?
He is also my devotee, may not be envious of you.
Right. He won't be envious, he's also devotee. Although he's in the army of the demons, he's with the demons, but he's a devotee. And he won't be envious. Okay. So we're going to go on to chapter number 10. So, chapter will begin. Sukadeva Goswami, text number 1. Sukadeva Goswami said, after instructing Indra in this way, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari, the cause of the cosmic manifestation, then and there disappeared from the presence of the onlooking demigods. So the Lord Hari, or the Personality of Godhead, had appeared to the demigods. The demigods had offered very nice prayers. The Lord actually appreciated their prayers. They were very nice, very learned prayers. But the problem was they had material desires. They were not praying for pure devotion. So the Lord doesn't want to help them. He said, I'm not going to kill him for you. You can kill him yourself. So, following the Lord's instruction, text number 2, the demigods approached Dadichi, the son of Atarva. Dadichi was very liberal, and when they begged him to give them his body, he at once partially agreed. However, just to hear religious instruction from them, he smiled and jokingly spoke as follows. You know, he's do you really think I'm going to give up my body just to give my bones to you people? Yeah. It's like it's a joke, you know. So Dadichi's, you know, doesn't appear to be so much inclined to give up his body, but anyway, he wants to hear religious principles from the demigods, right? So what are the demigods going to do? What do they say? It's very interesting. First of all, before he lets them speak, Dadichi says to the demigods, he said, "O elevated demigods, at the time of death, severe, unbearable pain takes away the consciousness of all living entities who have accepted material bodies." We've all accepted material bodies many times. We have never, well, every time we take a material body, we have to die, right? We've been through death many times, but we don't remember. We don't have memories of the pain of death. But we know that it is there for everyone. And although we have experienced it many times, we don't have any memories. It's all taken away because we take a new body, we take a new life, and we think, no, now I will enjoy. Now I have the new body, I can enjoy. We're not thinking about death. So Dadichi, he is very introspective. He's thinking more. He's a Muni, a great sage. So he says, unbearable pain takes away the consciousness of everyone. And then he says to the demigods, don't you know about this pain? Well, we've heard about it, you know. We don't have so much memories about it, but we've heard about it, that it is not very easy, there's pain there, you give up the body. Of course, some people die very suddenly, very quickly. Some other people, prolonged, you know. There was the one sannyasi, Ashigrami, yeah. He was an American body sannyasi. So he had cancer and he was suffering for a long time. He loved kirtan, he would do a lot of kirtan. There's many videos in kirtan. And finally he died. There was another sannyasi named Narasimha Swami. Maybe you don't even know him. He was an Indian bodied sannyasi. Anyway, he got old and he wasn't healthy and he wanted to die. But he wasn't dying. And it became very difficult. He wanted to give up the body, but somehow his body was not giving up, kept going. And he had to endure a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, and still the body didn't die. So it's like that. Some people, very lucky, they can get dead quickly, quite smoothly. But other people, it can take a long time. You don't know what is the Lord's plan. Some people go to Benares and they camp on the side of the Ganga there, and they've come to die. They're just waiting for death. And the family even come with them, and they're just waiting for the elderly person to die. They consider if they can die on the bank of the Ganga, then it's very, very auspicious. So Dajichi is speaking about, you know, to the demigod, you want me to give up my body, but don't you know the body is the thing we're most attached to? And if you want me to give up my body, I have to die. Then the pain of death is very great. And that he's speaking more. This is text number 4. He said, in the material world, every living entity is very much addicted to his material body. Oh, there's nothing we're more attached to than our material body. Right? We'll spend a fortune for the body. For the sake of the body, we'll spend all our fortune. Oh, we'll borrow money. We'll go people go to doctors. We'll go around the world to find a doctor who will cure your body. We're very addicted to the material body. In Singapore, people go to Singapore, they have these health spas, and they will spend a fortune, especially women, you know, if they want to lose some weight, you know, maybe they're not even overweight, hardly, but they're thinking, you know, want to lose. And they will spend a fortune for the body. And you will see so many shops everywhere, the body shop, right? oils for the body, things for the hair, things for the nails, things for the skin, everything. The whole material world is centered on the body. So we're very attached to it. So Dadichi said, struggling to keep his body forever, everyone tries to protect it by all means, even at the sacrifice of all his possessions. Right? We'll give up everything for the sake of the body. Right? Sometimes there's a fire in the house. What do? You may have a lot of valuable things in the house, but you want to save the body. The body's more important to you than all the things in the house. So, like that, sacrifice possessions to protect the body. So Dadichi said, therefore, who would be prepared to deliver his body to anyone, even if it were demanded by Lord Vishnu? Well, Lord Vishnu devotees, of course, we have a different philosophy. We were hearing in the Bhagavatam, no difference between living and dying for the devotee. Anyway, Prabhupada's purport here, he said, one must protect his body by all means. Then he may protect his religious principles and thereafter his possessions. I think this is Chanakya Pandit, maybe, said something like that. The most valuable thing, the first thing is the material body. And then the next thing, which is very important, religious principles. Don't give up your religious principles. And then the third thing, possessions. Possessions are the least valuable because you can always get more possessions. You give some up, you can get some again. But religious principles, you want to try to keep them. You don't want to compromise. But the most important thing, the material body, to save the body. So this is the natural desire of all living entities. No one wants to give up his body unless it is forcibly given away. Even though the demigods said they were demanding Dadichi's body for their benefit, in accordance with the order of Lord Vishnu, Dadichi superficially refused to give them his body. Right? He's actually joking with them. But, they don't know that. But he wants to hear from them. He wants to hear from them some philosophy, some religious principles. It's like a test for the demigods. You want me to give my body, you want my bones, you have to show me that I'm giving them to some people who are worth it. You don't want to give up your body for just any fool. There should be people who are a very noble, very worthy cause. So Dadichi is thinking like that. He wants to hear religious principles from them. And so the demigods reply, next verse, O exalted Brahmana, pious persons like you, they're flattering him. Of course, he's very pious. He's a great soul, whose activities are praiseworthy, are very kind and affectionate to people in general. What can such pious souls give for the benefit of others? They can give everything, including their bodies. Right? Yeah. They can do it. Because they're so pious. They'll do it for the sake of others. And then, the demigods speak something very interesting. Text number 6. Those who are too self-interested beg something from others, not knowing of others' pain. Right? Sometimes you go, you're trying to distribute books, and you may go with the book and you may offer it to some person, and the person may be, they may be really poor. One time I was doing Sankirtan, I was in Taiwan. So anyway, what happened was that I sold a book to this one man, and he gave me some money for the book, and I took the book. And then about 10 minutes later, this woman came by on a motorbike, and then she said to me, "Are you the one who sold this book to my husband?" And she said, he gave you all the money he had, with no money left at home. And I have children at home to feed them. And he gave you all the money he had. So she said, she said, take your book back and give me that money. What can you do in that situation, It was painful for her, that the husband maybe he'd been drinking or something. Anyway, he gave money to me, and the wife was, oh no, there's no money in the house. So she came and begged me, give me the money, take back the book. So we have to understand the difficulty which people sometimes undergo. You ask people to give money, to give charity. You don't know how much they're able to give. Some people have a lot of money, some people don't. Right? Even they're doing a big business, sometimes they're running a big business and they cannot do it. They say company's in difficulty, there's no business, you don't have any money. Sometimes like that.
Liquidity problem.
Yeah, they don't have the
liquid cash.
Anyway, if the beggar knew the difficulty of the giver, he would not ask for anything. People give, they like to give. Most people, many places, people like to give charity, but sometimes they're just not able to do it. They've got other responsibilities, and they want to get some charity from them. And they like to give charity, but they just don't have it. And then on the other hand, the demigods say, similarly, he who is able to give charity does not know the beggar's difficulty. Right? You get rich people, they're able to give charity. But some people, sometimes you ask people, maybe new devotee, come on, come out with us, we're going to go out and distribute books. And so they never did any Sankirtan before, and they never asked anybody for donations or anything before. And you give them the book, and they're holding the book, and they're afraid to look at the person, And sometimes they're afraid to even ask people to give something. So people just take the book, they know, I never asked me for anything. And why didn't you ask him for a donation? Oh no, I don't. They're afraid to ask. You get some people like that, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so some beggars, not all beggars, but some beggars, they have difficulty They don't like to ask people to give. Even though the person's rich, you know he's a rich man, he's able to give charity, but oh no, I can't ask him for anything. So, he who is able to give charity does not know the beggar's difficulty. For otherwise, he would not refuse to give the beggar anything he might want as charity. So this is Indra's, this is the demigod's reply to Dadichi. You know, he wanted to hear religious principles. Is it true in this particular case?
No.
Huh?
No.
What? What is not true?
So those who are too self-interested beg something from others. These demigods, they are so self-interested and they are begging from Dadichi without understanding his pain.
Well, is Dadichi feeling any pain?
No, but he may not feel, but the demigods has to consider this, and they are not considering this.
Well, you could say, we could argue that, well, Dadichi is not a very big thing for him to give up the body. You know, especially, you know, he's not a young man, he's an older man. He's going to say, death is going to come soon anyway, right? Why not give up the body and do some good for others? You know, why should I be attached to the body and hold on to the body longer and longer? If I can give up the body and do some good for others, better. So Dadichi is like that. He's very liberal. And the demigods know, because they heard from the Lord. The Lord had told them that Dadichi is a very liberal person. He can give you the bones. So, demigods are quite confident that Dadichi is able to give up the body, he can give them the bones. So, I don't agree with you. You say, right? You say that the demigods didn't know the trouble, they didn't know the difficulty in giving. But there's difficulty in asking. As there is difficulty in giving, there's also difficulty in asking. Is it difficult for the demigods to ask Dadichi to give up the body? Would that be difficult? No? I would think it is difficult. Because asking somebody to give up their life, now, you know, that's a big sacrifice for somebody to make. Give up. And after they give up their body, wow, you know, you're responsible. You asked him to give up the body. You encouraged him to do it. Now he's giving up the body. So there's difficulty on both sides. It's difficult for Dadichi on one hand, some difficulty there to give up the body. There's also difficulty to ask. It's not easy. Right? Have you done life membership here, Prabhu?
Yes, sir.
Did you do life membership?
Yes, sir.
Where?
In Chennai.
Huh?
Chennai.
Oh, in Chennai, huh? Oh. Mostly in Chennai they go to the North Indians.
No, the other people, Sri Vaishnavas, they do.
Huh?
Sri Vaishnavas.
The Sri Vaishnavas, did they become life members?
Yeah, they became group.
Huh?
Yeah.
Really?
That time it was not cost, it was 35,000, now it increased. When I was doing it in 2017, it was less costly.
Now it's what, $500,000?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it used to be 35,000. Huh?
It increased.
35.
Huh?
From 30 increase to 35 increase.
No, it's gone up more than that.
You know, I have to be 11, 12. I have to be.
When I used to do life membership, it was 2,222.
It was 55,555 also. It was 55,555.
Oh, 5555. Yeah,
We did the 36,000.
we did. It was bice to bice.
Yeah.
Bice to bice. 2222. Initially, it was 1111. When they started the program, then they increased and increased. Now it's like half a lakh. But of course, the value of the rupee also changed.
Yeah.
Because when I first came, the rupee was 8 rupees to the dollar. Now it's 90.
91.
Yeah, 90, like that. It used to be 7 or 8 rupees to $1. Now it's so much, big difference. So the life membership has gone up. And we have a lot more temples as well, guest houses. So, some temples they don't do life membership anymore.
Yeah.
In South India they still do that.
It's very famous in Chennai.
Huh?
It is very famous in Chennai, Maharaj.
Really?
Yeah, they give a lot of money for prasad distribution. I saw one woman just writing a check of like 30,000 just for prasad. She just asked them and they just go.
Yeah, I see the Chennai temple, they have a lot of names on the walls, all the donors.
Yeah.
So many donors.
Juhu also, Juhu Bombay.
Huh?
Same like that. Juhu, Bombay. Juhu, same like that. Names are given in the board. Donors' names.
I didn't see so many names there in Jew.
Yeah, Govindas, if you go to Govindas, there are many names. I go every year to hometown.
Okay, anyway, getting people to give donations, So, for some people, like maybe they just started the business, sometimes they just open the business, they don't have much capital, not much money, and you come to them and ask them to be the life member, then it's difficult. Not everybody can do it. And some people, they don't like to ask. They feel shy. Oh, I cannot ask God. So, the demigods are explaining like this to the Dichi, that you're saying the body is the thing we're most attached to, but it's also difficult for people to ask. We're asking you to give up the body. If you go to Naimisharanya, have you been to Naimisharanya? Yeah? Huh? Did you see the Dichi's ashram there?
Yes.
Yeah, it's there, Naimisharanya. It appears like he was a great hustar because it's his house, family. So, Prabhupada's purport. This verse describes two people, one who gives charity and one who begs for it. A beggar should not ask charity from a person who is in difficulty. And similarly, one who is able to give charity should not deny a beggar. These are moral instructions of the Shastra, and Chanakya Pandit is quoted. Everything within this material world will be destroyed, therefore one should use everything for good purpose. If one is advanced in knowledge, must always be prepared to sacrifice anything for a better cause. So Prabhupada continues, at the present moment, the entire world is in a dangerous position, under the spell of a godless civilization. So this Krishna consciousness movement needs many exalted, learned persons who will sacrifice their life to revive God consciousness throughout the world. We therefore invite all men and women advanced in knowledge to join the Krishna conscious movement and sacrifice their lives for the great cause of reviving God consciousness in human society. So a person may say, okay, that's not me, because they say you should be advanced in knowledge. I'm a fool, I have no knowledge, so you better ask somebody else. And he said, Prabhupada also said, we need many exalted, learned persons. Well, that's not me. I'm not exalted and I'm not learned. So, you have to ask somebody else. People can find a way around it, you see. But the point is there that Prabhupada needed people. We need people for the Krishna consciousness movement. And we try to get people to sacrifice their lives. Make a sacrifice. Give your life to help spread Krishna consciousness throughout the world. Is that a good way to preach to people? Ask people to sacrifice their lives? People say, I'll give you some money every month. I'll give you 500 rupees a month, just let me, leave me alone, Don't ask me to join full time, I'll just give some donation every month. That's the easy way out. That's the easy way, and people will certainly think like that, We see more and more, less, to get people to join the Krishna consciousness movement, it's not very easy to get people to actually take up Krishna consciousness. What are the difficulties? What are the problems? Why are people not inclined to become full-time devotees?
They want to be with their family and fulfill family responsibilities. And they're attached, they want...
Well, they can be with their family. How much can they be with their family? Even if they don't join the Krishna consciousness movement, they're going to get a job. They'll have to go to work early in the morning, come home late at night. We're working all week. How much time can they be with their family? They say, I want to be with my family. How much time you can be with your family, right? How much time can you be with your husband? Your husband has to work, right? You don't have a lot of time together.
The idea that they have to give up their personal sense gratification plans and independence won't allow them to join Krishna consciousness.
Well, what are these plans? What kind of plans?
Ambitious. They have big ambitions. They have big ambition, career ambitions probably.
Ambitions?
Yeah.
What?
Become a company.
Earn a lot of money, go make a big house.
Do you think it's so easy to earn a lot of money? Build a big house? How long you can live there? You have to go to work all your life to pay for it. You have to go off to work all day. Now, I see some people, they have a big house, and they're hardly ever there. They have a dog sit in the house. The dog enjoys the house. The dog sits in the big seats in the home, and the man's out and work all day. He's working the whole day and night. He's coming home late at night. The dog enjoys the house, not the man. The servants, they live in just like even here. I saw the servants who were sitting on the floor up there, they were not doing any work, They're supposed to be cleaning the building, but They sit around, they don't do very much. So, people have these ambitions, but, you know, it's just not so practical, you know. If they think about it, if they think seriously about it, build a big house, they have an ambition like, how long are you going to live? How long you can live in the house? And the house can go on fire and all burn down, everything ruined.
Earthquake.
Huh?
Earthquake.
Yeah. So, why people cannot give their life for Krishna consciousness?
They are not interested in going for Krishna consciousness. They don't want to stop worshipping their own devatas like Ganesha and Durga Devi and Shiva, Sai Baba. They say people are happy with those devatas, not Krishna. This is my experience, personal experience. They say Krishna, sorry, I don't remember Krishna. We are happy with Ganesha.
Well, of course, we have to convince them about the Krishna conscious philosophy.
Yeah, but
right?
they accept it.
Yeah, we have to convince them about Krishna conscious philosophy. That, of course, there are different paths, different teachers, and so on.
Yeah.
So we have to convince them about the authorized process of Krishna consciousness, right? That people may say like that, you know, oh, Sai Baba, oh, Sadguru, this kind.
So many Babu are there.
Yeah, there's so many like that, you know, different people.
And they follow him.
We don't like to even say their names, but you know, they're there, you know. So how can we convince them about Krishna consciousness? Well, we can explain to them how Krishna consciousness is authorized, that it has a parampara. You know, these other people, they don't really have any parampara. You don't see that they're coming in any disciplic line. So, Krishna consciousness has such a nice philosophy, such a nice message for everyone. We should convince people about the Krishna conscious philosophy, and then we should encourage them to sacrifice their life, join the Krishna consciousness movement. You know? What is the difficulty?
Some of my friends who have been brahmacharis Maharaj, who left, they stated that they are not confident that ISKCON will take care of me in my old age. That's the reason they were feeling. Like, I want someone to take care of me in my old age. Some reasons I got.
Oh. So, where did they go? Who's going to take care of them in their old age?
Get married and wife will take.
Get married, he has to take care of the wife. He has to take care of the wife in old age, not the wife going to take care of him.
They say children will take.
No, that is the time children wants to go to West to earn money. They don't even want to come to see dying father.
That's one of the reasons they give me when I ask them.
Or send their parents to old age.
Or what?
Send their parents to old age home.
Send your parents to old age. Yeah, I mean, the people make many excuses, right? They don't really have good reasons, but they make some different excuses to try to avoid surrendering to Krishna. They don't want to surrender. But actually, Krishna consciousness movement gives people a chance to do something with their life. What are they going to do with their life if they don't surrender? You're going to sit in a software company all day, going to sit at the computer typing. No, you spend your whole life like that. Sometimes people get jobs in night watchman, security guard, or working in the restaurant, cooking. One can do all that in Krishna consciousness. Anyway, people are needed to join the Krishna consciousness movement. People should be willing to sacrifice their life, make a sacrifice. Prabhupada said, you've already had so many lifetimes in the material world. Huh?
So one life to give to Krishna.
Yes. You've already wasted many lives. You've had so many children. You've had so many marriages. You've had so many homes. Now give this one life for Krishna. Now you can get married, you can have a home and so on, but make it Krishna conscious. Keep Krishna in the center. Sacrifice the life for the service of Krishna. We need to try to do something about the situation in the world. That the world is not in a good condition. But Krishna consciousness has something to offer. It can help people. My goodness, when you go to Russia and you see the condition in Russia, it's not very nice. There's a lot of degradation there. Sometimes when you go to Russia, I was in Russia one place and we were doing Harinam in the summer, and some woman almost naked, she came along and wanted to join in the Sankirtan. Another time we were doing Harinam, and the man was drunk, and he was so vulgar, he's doing terrible things. Oh, it's so terrible to be out there on the street in Russia, trying to chant. We're trying to chant Hare Krishna, and people are very fallen condition. So this is Kali Yuga everywhere, not only Russia, everywhere like that, New York, so many crazy people.
Yeah.
So many crazy people everywhere. So we have to try to help, try to awaken some God consciousness and give this one life for Krishna. It's an opportunity. That why should we have so many lives? Give this one life for Krishna. You may not get the chance again. You don't know. It's very special to get the opportunity to do something in Krishna consciousness. So, this is the position. So we're trying to revive God consciousness throughout the world. That's a big job. It takes people. Resources, you need land, you need money, and you need manpower. People to do. So we try to get people, convince them. And here you can see Dadichi, his example, giving up his life, sacrificing his life for the demigods. So Dadichi heard the demigods say about, can give, it's difficult to give charity, difficult to ask for charity. So Dadichi said, just to hear from you about religious principles, I refuse to offer my body at your request. Now, although my body is dear to me, I must give it up for your better purposes, since I know it will leave me today or tomorrow. Right? The body, how long we can keep the body with us? So Dadichi is realistic. And he was old, he was not young, how long he can live. You know? And Prabhupada also said like that. Prabhupada said, 70 it is already past. You know this? It's from the Bible. They say 70 and 1 means 20. So 70 means 60 and 10, 70. So in the Bible, they say average life will be about 70. So any time after 70, it's a bonus. So Prabhupada said, 70 it is already past. At any time I have to go. Alright? You can't say, I don't want to go. Oh no, I want to stay longer. Yeah. When the time comes, you just have to go. You have to give up the body. And so Dadichi, he said, this is an opportunity for me to give up my body. You have come, you want my body for some purpose. I'm not doing anything special here with this body. So okay, I'll give you my body. So I must give it up. You're asking me for it. How can I refuse you? Okay, text number 8. O demigods, one who has no compassion for humanity in its suffering and does not sacrifice his impermanent body for the higher causes of religious principles or eternal glory is certainly pitied even by the immovable beings. So, where is your compassion? What are you doing for suffering humanity? What is your plans? Do you have any plans to help the suffering humanity?
Yes.
What's your plan?
Preach Krishna consciousness.
You're going to preach Krishna consciousness? Okay. How?
First, varieties of ways. One is book distribution.
Where?
Here in Mayapur, bookstall, stand and anybody coming, just preach and give book.
Oh yeah?
Yes, and another, there are young girls. There's one group of young girls.
You have a bookshop?
Yeah. And I give classes also to these young new girls online.
Okay.
I speak Bhagavad Gita.
Really? Give class in Bengali?
No. It's from all over India.
All over India?
Young girls.
Younger? English?
Yes, English, sometimes Hindi.
Hindi?
Hindi.
Mm-hmm. Good.
We do classes for children, so we teach them spiritual, like Bhagavad Gita slokas. So in the future, these children, when they grow up, they can go out and preach wherever they will go. So we're doing a Sunday, like Prahlad Sunday school. So every Sunday from like all LKG, UKG kids to like college kids, we teach them about Krishna consciousness. We give them, like the elders are doing Bhakti Shastri and the youngers are learning slokas, values and other. So I'm teaching the little children slokas and hopefully they will go out and preach.
Okay, we hope so. What about you going out to preach?
Not yet. Here in Mayapur we do book distribution with the children.
Do you also do book distribution?
Yes.
Yeah.
But not much, like we engage the children. Okay, well.
I'm preaching about my friends' Maharaj. I work in a corporate, so I have some friends. So some of them are chanting like 1 round now. So I have like a group where I share Bhagavad Gita messages every day and I help them chant. So some are chanting 1 round. And then they stop eating non-vegetarian food and they're chanting 1 round.
Are they giving any money?
Not to me. They give to ISKCON sometimes.
They give to who?
ISKCON Center. They call ISKCON Center and they give money for food. Food for life. They give money.
They do give money.
Yeah, not much, but they give some 1,000.
Huh?
Not much.
So,
Well, you know, sometimes preaching to your friends is a harder preaching. Try to preach to people you don't know. Preaching to your friends, I know you, you know, they don't have so much respect the same way, so they don't change much, they don't come forward much, they don't give much. What about Prabhu?
not preaching, yes, reading scriptures. Preaching I tried actually, online also. It doesn't work. As you said, he said, we already know everything about Krishna. So you don't teach us. So that didn't work.
They do work.
Preaching, online preaching. Not here. In language at all. Here in Bengali it is easy to preach. Other languages not. If you speak in English, in Kirtan, mostly there are local Bengali people. So for them English is not.
He's saying
You can't understand.
he tried preaching, but it was not successful. So he's paying attention in reading the scriptures.
He's reading the scriptures.
Yeah, when he tried preaching to his family friends, he was not successful because they were not paying attention to what he was saying. So he decided to read scriptures.
Online.
No, for himself, like attending classes.
But you got a job here in Mayapur?
Yeah, in deputy office, Guru Maharaj office. Guru Maharaj's office, 106.
JPS.
JPS office, Javatar Maharaj. In office, I was working there. Last year I resigned.
What?
Last year I resigned.
Last year you resigned. So no job anymore?
No full-time seva, no part-time seva. No full-time seva, no part-time seva. I'm trying now. Getting difficult.
He's doing voluntary service now.
Oh yeah?
He already resigned.
Okay.
Getting seva at this age is not easy. Getting seva at this age is not easy. This I realized here after coming to Mayapur, after leaving Mumbai. We get people not because of age and your language problem. So these many things happen.
I know in Punjabi Bagh, there's this one man in Punjabi Bagh Center, and he collects so much money every month. And he just stays in the temple and just talks to people who come to the temple and collects a lot of money.
Wow.
Huh?
Interesting.
So, you know, elderly people, they can do a lot.
Maybe they have different qualities. If they are not in their
You can do fundraising for BVV people.
Yeah, this is Maharaj asking money from other people, very difficult. Charity. I am that nature. Please give me this book, please give me money. So, money, I don't so like that. So, asking money for the effort to pick up money from somebody's pocket, like selling insurance company, insurance, very difficult. They don't pay you. Pastor says here is Mayapur, how much was 100? 100? 40 only. 40 only. So 100 rupees was for no, that's okay. But people have this nation. 100 is too much, 40, too expensive, 20. 10 rupees, too expensive. 5 rupees. I've seen video. But it is there.
5 rupees.
Look out.
What about Prabhu in Russia? What is your plan for preaching?
We now be preaching in a public program, we organized program where people come in and through the lectures like that and distributing 2 books on during the
Here in Mayapur?
No, in Russia.
In Russia, which place you from?
Perm. It's a Europe.
Oh.
Perm, yeah. This is in the Euro part of Russia.
It's a mountain between Europe and Asia part of Russia. It's a big, we have big river come.
You have a big temple there?
Small, like apartment with independent entry.
Okay. Is Krishna consciousness popular there? Many devotees?
Yeah, many devotees, like 200 devotees approximately, in a city.
200?
Yes.
Oh. Yeah, good. That sannyasis come there?
Yes, coming few times a year. No, now only Russian sannyasis.
Yeah, right. Now only Russian sannyas. Is it Russia or Ukraine?
Russia.
Russia. Okay. So people are open to Krishna consciousness there?
Yeah, very open.
Yeah? I thought people would say should go to Russian Orthodox Church. Say Prabhupada is not Russian. They want Russian. They want Russian guru. They want Russian head. The leader should be Russian, like that. And many countries are like that. Difficult. Anyway, Russia, we have many temples, many centers, many devotees. But also people are opposed. Some people are opposed, right? Yeah. Russian Orthodox Church is more popular. More people in Russian church than in Hare Krishna.
But now not so much people. Sometimes I'm coming and look how many people there. There are not so much people. They have big size areas, but not so much people.
Oh yeah? Okay. Good. Okay. So anyway, Prabhupada writes about Lord Chaitanya and the Goswamis, how they gave up everything to spread Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya was a married man. He left his household and left family life, and he went to deliver Krishna consciousness to the world. And Prabhupada said, to accept sannyas means to commit civil suicide. But sannyas is compulsory, at least for every brahmana. So, sometimes Prabhupada would say sannyas means walking dead man. A walking dead man. Are you going to take sannyas one day, Prabhu? Haribo? Are you going to take sannyas one day? Huh?
I don't know.
You don't know? How long you been in the Krishna conscious movement?
12 years, Maharaj.
Huh?
12 years.
12 years?
Yeah. 2013 I started.
Oh. So you should be thinking about taking sannyas one day. What is your age now?
36 Maharaj.
36. Oh, you've got time to prepare. Right? Vanaprastha, what's your age?
59.
So you're Vanaprastha, right?
Yes.
Retired man. Vanaprastha. Go to forest. Pancha Sarvam Vanam Brajet. From the age of 50. As you get up to 50, half the life is over. Have to prepare for the next life. Right? So, how to prepare? You have to detach from the family. Are you married? You're a single man. Your mother and father devotee?
Yeah, mother is chanting 16 rounds, and father only 1 round.
Oh.
Then follow 4 Indian friends.
Are they here in Mayapur?
Then Hyderabad.
Hyderabad. Oh, you're from Andhra. Oh, okay. So, they're devotees, huh? Vegetarians.
Yes.
That's good. So Lord Chaitanya, he had a nice wife, and he had a nice mother, Bengali mother, very kind, very loving, but he left it all to go out and give Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada said even the demigods could not have such happiness at home. So even though you have a nice home, you should give it up. Don't be attached. So then the Goswamis, they were also renounced. They were older men. They were old in their older age, they gave up everything. At least Rupa and Sanatan, in their older age, they gave up everything. They came to Vrindavan. And they were rich men, of course. And then there were other people. So the idea is to give mercy to the fallen souls. So Prabhupada writes in the purport, similarly, everyone else with a materially comfortable condition in this world should join the Krishna consciousness movement to elevate the fallen souls. I'm sure your home is very comfortable, right? I'm sure you both have nice, comfortable homes. However, different for women. We don't expect the women so much to give up these things. But for the men, right? Especially single men, right? Single men, right? You have no responsibility. Your mother and father, they're not depending on you.
No. My father gets pension.
There's a pension.
Yeah.
He was a government worker?
Yeah, he was civil engineer for the government.
Oh, okay. So it's a good pension?
Yeah, he was good. 60,000 pension.
Wow, really? My goodness. People in Mayapur, one lady was telling me her husband is working on the altar for serving the deities, he gets 8,000.
Yes, maximum is 10, 12.
Yeah, maximum. Yeah. 8,000 you get. And it's working at many hours, you know. Go there early in the morning, and then go there late at night. And it's very cold down there on the altar as well, you know, and very hot in the summer.
The South Indian temples, they are paying more money. They are paying around 16,000 if you work in the altar. South Indian ISKCON temples.
Really?
Yeah, in some Sri Vaishnava temples, they pay you like 40 to 50,000.
Where?
In Sri Vaishnava temples in South India, in some famous temples of Balaji, they pay you 50,000, 60,000.
Oh, really?
The head priest, I know, in temple near my home, then he gets 1 lakh. He's like very old priest, like 40s he's doing priest, he gets 1 lakh.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh. There's some temples they get a lot of money.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's a famous temple, you know, people coming, they give donations, they get a lot of money. But, you know, ISKCON temples, you know, they don't get very much. For one thing, it's a bit different. South Indian temples, there's only 1 or 2 pujaris. But here, you've got a lot of people on the altar there. You know, they have many pujaris, many people.
And we have so many deities.
Yeah, well, they have many deities everywhere, you know, there's many temples, they have a lot of deities. But to pay people a lot of money. Anyway, that coming to Krishna consciousness, we didn't come here to become rich. Right? Nobody came here expecting to get a lot of money. That is the point. You know, we should be satisfied with basic needs. Satisfy our basic needs. You don't need 8,000, maybe you can maintain yourself all right, you know, you can, you know, of course you need a place to stay. What Mahatma Gandhi, roti kapre makan. Right? Roti, chapati, bread, kapre, cloth, and makan, the room.
Medicine.
Huh?
Medicine.
Medicine. Yeah, could mean medicine, could mean also house, place to stay. Basic needs anyway.
Yeah.
The Mahatma Gandhi, he was giving like that. Roti kapri makan, you know. Come and work for Gandhi and everybody's got equal rights on it. So in the Krishna consciousness movement, you know, people can work for Krishna and they can, you know, you want to become a rich man materially, but you're not doing any harm also, and you're in a nice environment, spiritual environment. You know, you can't have it all both ways. You know, if you want to go and make money, you know, go out, go in the corporate world. Oh, it's terrible there to work in the corporate world. I met the one girl, young woman, when I was in Delhi. She said, oh, I wanted so much to work in the corporate world. Then finally I got a job. And I was so happy I got the job. But she said, oh, it's so terrible. She said, people are so nasty with each other. Everyone wants to get to the bigger position, to make more money, and they're, you know, it's all cutthroat. Oh, it's very unpleasant, not very sociable. And women also get taken advantage of, young women working with young men there in the offices, you know, they're going to get, you know, abused. So, in Krishna consciousness movement, it's a bit better, you know, at least women can keep their chastity, they're a bit protected and looked after, we hope, right? The idea is we should think about the fallen souls. Think about others. Don't just think only about ourselves. Right? That's important. Try to do something for others. Okay, we'll take a break.